Welcome to Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. And the Horned Frogs will kick it away to start us off. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Kansas State's offense will have the football first. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll go to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run. And they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on 3rd down.
You wonder if there's just a little bit of rust with this offense right now coming off the bye week, right? They just haven't been able to get clicking in this game throwing the football. They're going to have to find that mojo and get back into a rhythm here pretty quickly.
Kansas State will have to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Makes the catch at the 45. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Horned Frogs offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. They're going to test the right side with this one. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. All right, guys, let's think a little bit about big picture TCU. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number one on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme, and sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough, so got to continue to play well within the conference.
Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
Gives it on the option. He's in open space downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
Picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They go to the ground. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. UAB is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today. They still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 7 over Akron. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Solid run on the last play gives this offense another first down. Looking for a crease, it's Knight. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. The Horned Frogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the ground with the back. Breaks into the open. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
They'll give it to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Now facing a 3rd and long. The play action fake. Quarterback extends the play. Throwing on the run. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Snagged in the middle, it's Hawkins. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Grabbed behind the line, it's Hendricks. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Give to the running back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Quarterback keeper. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. The new popular phrase for a favored team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of P's being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog in this game because they're just playing with more intensity. They look like they want it more.
Oh, dude, when you come out the gates in the first quarter, it's adrenaline, it's passion, it's being talked about as the underdog. As this game goes on, can they keep that intensity up? Right now, they're doing a heck of a job.
They'll leave it with him. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. It'll be 3rd and long. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
You just love to see that from the quarterback. I know it's a big 3rd down, and more than anything, you want to throw a completion, keep your offense on the field. But when the defense wins and nobody's open, you got to just tip your hat, throw it away. And now a big decision coming up on 4th down.
Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. The hand to the running back. On the move at the 30. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far today in Fort Worth. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Amon G. Carter Stadium.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Fires to the big fella. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the first down.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Unloads it left. A strike downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. Grab behind the line. It's Hawkins. Finds a crease at the 20. And he's out of bounds after the nice gain, and maybe that is finally the spark to get this passing game going. And the Horned Frogs started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the snap, it's Knight. Starting to feel a little pressure. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. An 84-yard drive there. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? They want to run this quarterback. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Bring in the heat. Fires to the big fella. Tackle was made right at the 22-yard line. That's not enough for the first down. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. Takes it on the return. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. And some room to work. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Wants to go up top. They get to him as he throws. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why...
There he goes! He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. The Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field. Touchdown, TCU! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Power football with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Kansas State pushing the pace. Second down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Hendricks. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for space, it's Penn. Got the first down, looking for more. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
He's got an open man. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Gives it on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Job by this defense, getting in the backfield quick. They got in there so fast, anticipating pass on 3rd and long, but they reacted so well to the...
He lobs one high down the left side. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be fit.
Oh, he's got some space. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line and a big pickup on that one. And the Horned Frogs, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a double.
They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key.
Going for the goal line. A late game touchdown to put 6 on the board.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated, whatever it takes.
All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that are going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. And he takes this from inside the 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Gets it up to the 37 on the return before he's knocked out of bounds. So the TCU Horned Frogs offense will go to work first. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number 1.
So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. Wants to adjust the pattern. Right on the money. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Horned Frogs will hustle to the line. Tight end now in motion. Right back to the well. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Now facing a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Hawkins. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. It's complete. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Caught behind the line. It's Knight. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like it, scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So LSU's offense will go to work for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
We've reached the break, and TCU is holding the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. They'll go right back to him. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Wide open downfield. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. New set of downs after the completion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. It's complete. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down. Just about any LSU offense will make you hold your breath when they play pitch and catch.
Yeah, just such elite playmakers usually, just such speed. And listen, when you're a defense, speed kills. And LSU, no matter who plays quarterback, they always got dudes that can fly out wide that absolutely scare them.
Grab near the marker, it's Carney. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Lets it fly. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to throw again. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Carney. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. The give on the option. LSU will get a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
And this offense will have to feel pretty good about itself if it can tie the game before halftime. First and goal. It's complete to the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Back to pass on second down. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown LSU! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wants to go up top on first down. The sure hands, it's Knight. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely. He might want another play. Wants to throw on first down. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On third down, he drops to throw. Pocket breaking down. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left. Just enough time for one final play in this half. On fourth down, looking to pass. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. You've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far in Fort Worth. And it's been a hard-fought battle today. 2 teams out there playing ball and treating this crowd to a memorable first half. Seems to me, and I know I'm going to sound...
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Fires left. Complete on the comeback. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
When you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the 2 of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
He's got it. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. The Horned Frogs in the hurry-up. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but, man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Dumps it to the back. Makes the grab. Touchdown, TCU! And with that, they'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Looking to throw on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. On first down from the 13-yard line. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Got it in the middle. It's Knight. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On the option. He'll toss it. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Dead center perfect. .90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Going to take a shot at this DB. He's got it down the left. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. To the air on first down. Working the big fella to the corner. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down. And the Horned Frogs have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Offense lining up quickly. Looking downfield on first down. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Here comes the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Now staring at a 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the wideout. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters.
Snags it inside the 20. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. The Horned Frogs are in the hurry-up. From the red zone, looking for a man. Got it behind the line. It's Knight. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Quickly complete. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! Made the grab and took it on. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that...
Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often from the gun. The running back tries to hit the hole.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Quarterback making adjustments. To the air on second down. Zings it complete to the right. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. And the Horned Frogs are facing 3rd and inches. Quick release by the QB. Turning it on. Pass to 10. Touchdown, TCU. They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. Oh, it's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Wants to go up top on first down. Trying to burn this defensive back. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Horned Frog! TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Quick strike complete. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Hauls it in.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
The Horned Frogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give to the single back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground, he's got it again. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Takes the handoff. It's Knight. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Off the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. He makes a grab. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. Line getting set on second down. Leaves it with the running back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3 ball here before the break. Never a doubt. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Trying to get the edge on the toss. Breaks into the open. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. And the Horned Frogs come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Here's the handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
They're working that left side. Touchdown, TCU! Caught in the backfield, it's Hawkins. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. So now it's 2nd and long. The offense changing the play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Quickly to the tight end. He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27. The Horned Frogs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. He'll throw on 3rd down. Fires to the tight end. Turns it on in midfield. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. Leaves it with the back. And he was able to push forward for a solid gain as the clock strikes 0 here in the 3rd. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Back to pass. Fires downfield. On target to the left. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown! This offense has it with really good field position. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Now improvising. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, TCU. Quarterback making checks.
Here we go.
looking to throw on first down. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. On the run, deep down the right side.
This offense isn't calling the dogs off in this game. We're here late. They're still taking shots, and a big reason why is how good this quarterback has been all game long. 4 touchdown passes. He's reading the defense. He's playing in rhythm. He's throwing on time. He's been accurate. And late in the game, they're still letting him take shots.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. That'll be enough to give them a first and goal from the 10. Timeout. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Horned Frogs will snap it on first and 10. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Out of the gun, the inside give. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Got it, looking for a first. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, Texas, only one matchup goes by the name of Revivalry. So everybody open their hymnals to the same page. Come under the tent as we come together with one accord for these old foes to clash again. Welcome to the home of the Baylor Bears, McLean Stadium on the banks of the Brazos in Waco, Texas. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the Baylor Bears. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to... Looking to throw on first down. Got his man on the right. There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The give to the back. Picks up the first down, still moving. At the 20, he's got space. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, team. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. They'll try the run. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and we are done in the first quarter. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. The Horned Frogs come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Trying to get the corner. Finding an escape route. Oh, he's got some space. And he runs it in for the... Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the timing just a hair off. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Turning on the Jets. The on the ground. It's Knight. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. The give to the tailback. Makes the play in the backfield again, and the defense can use a timeout and get the ball back here. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Finds his tight end. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. And the Horned Frogs racing to the line in the hurry-up. Leaves it with the back. Got room to work. Past the sticks and still on his feet. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. They're going to ride this running back. Still running at the 40. Breaks away on the left. And he got away from the... The Horned Frogs just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Going to the run to start this second half. Oh, what a cut! Turning it on. The 30. Running inside the 20. And he just kept running it. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Gonna run it. It's Knight. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go to the ground. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his.
And the Horned Frogs backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on first down. He'll try to loosen him up from deep in his own end. It's complete to the left. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. To the air on first down. Quick completion on the out.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Nice move there. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field of play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Horned Frogs have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. You know, when these two first met in 1899, both schools were located in Waco. Of course, TCU eventually relocated, and Relocating the Frogs in the conference realignment race over the years has stoked the fires of this rivalry.
And it's weird because Reese covered that game. And I know that because he was the sideline reporter. It was a 0-0 tie. Yes, both teams from the same region, so a lot on the line. We've seen some excitement with these rivalry games, and with this matchup, Jesse, I'm excited about today.
Me too, and I think when you think about Texas football, everyone's always talking about Texas versus Texas A&M. Don't forget about Baylor TCU. These fan bases do not like each other, and the action on the field seemingly always delivers.
The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Let's reverse. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. They go to the ground. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
Trying to keep this drive alive. Will not. So TCU pulls out the victory over Baylor. You know those Horned Frogs will celebrate and exercise bragging rights until they meet again.